Hey, this right here is Dear Cardi B. Now, y'all send this to her, and this ain't just to Cardi B. This to every woman out there that can relate. I need y'all to understand something. And before we get into it, make sure you click the link in the description so you can own you a piece of the future channel revenue. You'll see it. It's the first link up there. So this the thing. Y'all have got to learn to love yourself. You got to know who you are. You got to know where you are. You got to know what you got, what you bring to the relationship. It's like these men out here, they will play you based on how you see yourself. They'll treat you how you used to look. They'll treat you based on what you used to do. So Stephon Diggs, he see Cardi B as a stripper with crooked teeth and with them corners of the mouth that she used to have. And now she a totally different. She wasn't no millionaire. Now multi-millionaire. Could make some music. Then got her makeup, got her hair. She can't have any man she want, cause that's just not realistic. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But now, look at how many baby mamas Stephon Diggs got. This man got all these baby mamas. Then he got all of the gay men calling him gay. All the gay men calling him gay. And then he got the man who supposedly straight calling him gay. Say what he whispered in his ear or something like that, or told him, and say he pulled out his thing. It's like, once you hear all that stuff right there, like them allegations right there like that on your man, you got to go. You got to go. Like, you got too much going for yourself. And it's like, now here he is, got Cardi B as a baby mama, and then now she finna be competing with other baby mamas. And the thing about it is, the other baby mamas, when you think that they pretty, it make you work harder. It make you want to compete harder, because now you feel like you in this upper echelon of these other baby mamas. But what you got to realize about these other baby mamas is they broke. They broke, busted, and disgusted, and they needed a baby for a paycheck. And that's what a lot of folks don't be understanding. So, the men, they be realizing it, and they'll cut the check now, and they be wanting to just experience a woman. It's no different than like what Shanice, Evelyn Lozada's daughter, I bet she went over to the game house and she saw Lamborghini, Rolls Royce, all this right here, Range Rover, G-Wagon, Calabasas, big house, and thought he gotta be getting money. He the best option right now. He getting money. He's not ugly. His children, he got a beautiful daughter. He got a handsome son. So he got good genes. I might as well. So I could get 10 grand a month out of him, because he got it. That's the only thing that be going through these women's mind when that check ain't checking. that check ain't cashing. And that's the same thing that her mama did to the Major League Baseball player, because he was making $20 million a year. And that reality money be short. So what she did, boom, you go and get pregnant, because now you got a monthly check coming in. And a lot of people don't realize and understand that. And so when you a woman and you got motion, you should never allow yourself to become a baby mama. Like, and here's the thing. Men are sperm donors. So you don't have to be one of 50 baby mamas. Like, if you want to have a baby, you can go to any man who don't have you can go to a man who don't got a baby mama. Especially if you is a woman with some money and some motion, M&M, you got some money and some motion, you go to any man and be like, hey, I want to have a baby. He gonna be like, okay, here you go. Skeet, right off in you. Nah, you ride off into the sunset. You take care of your baby, because that's what you was finna do anyways with the old deadbeat meat slanger, because he putting meat on everybody. Community, ain't a lane. Everybody getting a piece. So the man cannot physically be there all the time because he got so many households. So now you think you the one. And like I say, this ain't just a Cardi B now. This all of y'all. Now, y'all ain't got Cardi B money, but still, you might have you a good job and you might have some good money to where you can take care of your child by yourself if you need to, so it still applies. But then, so it's like this right here. Why would you get with a man who he finna put a baby in you, and he finna put a baby in 2, 3, 4 other women in the same year? And them other women is Aldi. Them other women is Aldi. You know, they Walmart, and you Saks and Fifth Avenue. You Neiman Marcus, Saks and Fifth Avenue, and they City Trends. They City Threads. They the Bodega, and you the what? That's those you Bergdorf Goodmans on Fifth Avenue. Like, why would you get a man that want to have a baby with a Bodega corner store, and you Bergdorf Goodmans on Fifth Avenue? Like, come on now. And when it relate to money now, but see, that's where you got to have self-esteem. Because when your self-esteem is low, now you don't see yourself for who you are and what you are. You see yourself like you is basic. You see yourself like you basic. So now, guess what? The man take and he like, oh, you basic. Because you busting it wide open. And I ain't even gave you no real commitment. And you busting this thing wide open. Yeah, you basic. And so he judge you based off of that. And then when you out here slobbing on knob, now he don't respect you. He lose respect for you. And then when he cheat on you, or you find out he got another baby and he still got access to you, and you still put up with him, now he like, oh yeah, you basic. And he'll never see you the right way. And this the thing. Y'all think that because the man let you put a scrap on and violate him, that he love you. No, he's gay. Y'all think that because he let you yell in his face, scream in his face, spit in his face, slap him in his face, punch him in his chest that he love you. No, he's soft. He's in the men. So he letting you get all that off, get all that anger, because he wants you to play the fool. He wants you to be a dummy. And then when y'all take and you debase yourself, you demean yourself, because what you got to realize is the basic woman, she looking up to you. Cause she thinking you prettier than her. She know you got more money than her. You know you a RN, and she can't even. She's struggling to get her CNA, and here you is a RN. Here you will. You working in tech. You working in some kind of sales. You run your own business. You got a non-profit, and she's struggling. She can't figure it out. So now, when y'all get a baby by the same man, oh, she excited. Oh, she is, oh, what? I'm on the same level, what? What, girl? Y'all, I'm on the same level as this other woman. What? You see what he see in me? Yes. Clock it, girl. You see what he see in me. So now she thinking she's somebody, because you done debase yourself and you done got pregnant by a bum. You done got pregnant by a bum. And then what y'all got to realize now, like, even like what Stephon Diggs, he played in the Super Bowl, still a bum though. Still a bum, because a bum meaning don't have character. When a man go out here and he's sleeping with all these women, he putting babies in all these women, that's bum activity. That's lame activity. That's lame-tivity right there. So when he doing that right there, yeah, that's lame activity. So it's like he telling you right there who he is. And y'all got to realize and understand, like, you got to know who you is. Like, if you get deposited into by a donor and you realize he is a donor, you got to cut off all ties and ride off into the sunset and deal with the trauma that your child gonna have for you sleeping with a donor. And you got to be able to say, yeah, we not, mom and daddy not all that close, we not all that together. Daddy and mommy don't get along. We not good friends. And if the daddy is not terrible and the child want to go be around the daddy and it's not dangerous, the child still safe, okay, let your child go have a relationship. Because the child relationship with their daddy is going to be different than your relationship with their daddy. So let the child have the daddy in the life, if that's how it just happened to work out. But y'all got to know yourself and love yourself. And you got to know who you could be, what you could be worth. And you got to stop playing yourself like a fool. And you got to stop thinking that people hating, people jealous. Your friends and family trying to tell you that you messing up. Stop thinking somebody jealous. Ain't nobody jealous of your bomb. And nobody jealous of your bomb. Nobody wants your bomb. Like, people trying to save you. People trying to tell you, y'all got to start listening. And I'm going to tell you like this right here. Especially if you know somebody love you. Now, if it's your mama, your sister, your brother, and they tell you, no, he ain't the one. He ain't the one. No, you got to cut him loose. Listen to them. They don't want no baby from you. So they not telling you for their sake. They telling you for your sake. That's what they telling you. So you got to realize and understand that. Realize and understand it now. Y'all got to forgive give him. I try to get this here, make sure this here working. I don't know if my sound be acting up with my headset sometime. If it get pulled on, it'll stop connecting. One time y'all couldn't hear me, and I was talking up. And so listen to me. Get that in your spirit. And be woman enough to walk away from a man that is low character, low morals, low values. Love yourself. Love him from a distance. Co-parent with him if he healthy and okay to co-parent with. And if he ain't that, then cut him off from that too. But stop debasing yourself. Stop demeaning yourself. Stop holding on to a toxic relationship. Like, I don't care if it's your second child father, if it's the third, if it's the fourth, if it's the fifth, if it's the sixth, seventh, eighth, it don't matter. At some point, you got to love yourself. Don't just try to force the situation because you're trying to prove the haters wrong because you done already failed before and you don't want to fail again and you thinking the man gonna change for you. For one, a lot of these men is into men. Especially these men with all these baby mamas, a lot of them is into men. A lot of them got too much trauma. So a lot of them, they ain't gonna change regardless because they want them a man. So you got to realize and understand that. Like, here go the guy Stephon Diggs. He at the Super Bowl. I seen somebody showing what a man had. The man had on tight jeans. The man had on jeans that fit like a woman jean. Like, come on, bruh. If you know people already calling you like that, saying you like that, saying you in the men, you see this man to come out and say you wilt out on him and went to pleasure yourself. Man, you can't wear no jean that fit you like no woman jean. Come on now. Unless it's true. And that's what you want it to be true. And so that's the thing. If you got a man like that, you ain't got no man. That man don't want you. Man want him a man. That man out here skiing off. And y'all got to realize that's the same thing. Like what Stephon Diggs doing. That's the same thing that W.A.R. did. And guess what? Men started coming out on him. Men filing lawsuits on him. Talking about he did this, he did that. But the man got 6, 7 baby mamas. It's like when these men have all these baby mamas, now it is straight men with a lot of baby mamas, but once you get your allegation on you, oh no, you're in the men. You're in the men. And so y'all got to realize that and go on about your business. When you dealing with a man, like, listen, you shouldn't have to tame a man. If that man won't settle down and see that you want the best from him and the best for him, if he won't settle down and get his life right, you not going to be able to change nothing. If you keep having to go through and go through and go through, oh, it's a route. It's a route. And then, like what Stephon did, they say the man had one of his baby mama front row, front and center. And I ain't really get to see the lady like that, but I seen a little picture. I was kind of moving a little fast, but from what I seen, she was pretty. From what I seen, she was beautiful. And if she was beautiful, oh, he ain't let her go. He ain't let her go. Because these guys gonna keep these women because they were trying to keep that child support down. So they gonna keep them on the Rolodex and just get them what they want to get them what they can afford to get them, and try to stay in their good graces while they got this money. But I'm gonna tell you like this right here, like what Stephon did, they ain't even throwing him the ball. That man don't even get the ball. They don't even use him at all, really. So that means he finna be done. And then he got too much going on. It's more headlines about his shenanigans than it is headlines about the Patriots itself. So the Patriot owner might be making some money with Cardi B being attached to the team. So he might keep Stephon Diggs for that reason. if he gonna stay with Cardi B and she gonna keep coming to the games and they getting that extra attention because he's that type of guy. But if he break up with Cardi B, he might get cut. If Cardi B break up with Stephon Diggs, he getting cut because they really ain't using him. They really ain't got nothing for him. And so that's the thing is, even for y'all on the everyday life, you dealing with a man who got a job today and finna be unemployed tomorrow. So now you pregnant by a man that he ain't even got no job security. You pregnant by a man that he finna be bouncing around jobs. He finna have to go out here and try to find a way to make some money. And so you got to think about that too. Like, don't just go get pregnant because you need some financial help and something like that now. And this a thing. You definitely shouldn't get pregnant by a man that's not your husband if you don't need financial help. A lot of these women is getting pregnant for financial help. And women is doing this on a regular scale too. Just to get $1,400 a month for rent. It's women who will get impregnated by a hard-working man. The man could be down to the shipyard, to the lumber yard, to the airport. But he's a good man. He take care of his kids. He known to take care of his kids. He gonna do right by his kids. So he finna pump out that $1,250 for his half of that $2,500 rent. Or he finna pump out the whole $1,400 for the whole rent. He finna pump out some money. And so some women will get pregnant by a man just for a little bit of stimulus. Little stimulus check. Y'all got to stop doing that. You bringing on a whole child. That child got emotions. That child got a brain. That child got a heart. And you could get pregnant by this man and your child end up special needs. So imagine you have a special needs child. You bring a special needs child into the world, and you got a man you don't even want to be with. You got a man you not finna be with. You got a man that's not finna be with you. And now you have a child that gotta live with you for the rest of your life. And you have to worry about who is gonna take your child in when your life ends. All because you wanted to get in the bed. And it's a lot of women living that life right now. And if they could talk to you, I know they'll tell you, close your legs. Do not sleep with this man that's not your husband. Because it's a lot of women who raising kids from a man that was their husband. So you ain't even 100% guaranteed to be taken care of and to ride off into the sunset and to be forever in love with a man who does marry you. Like, a lot of marriages end in divorce. So what do you think the possibilities are if you get pregnant by a man you not married to? And this the thing. Y'all have to take time to heal. A lot of y'all is getting pregnant because you're not healing. You lonely, you desolate, you destitute, you desperate, and you're not healing. You hurting, and you going to another man for dang-a-lang therapy and not realizing that dang-a-lang therapy is a loaded gun and it's finna shoot off in you, and now you finna be birthing a whole nother human that now you got another bill. Now it's different if you got Cardi B money. Now you can afford that baby. You can afford all kind of nannies, all kind of private school, everything. Like, you good. But if you ain't got that Cardi B money, you finna be stretched out and stressed out. You finna be struggling. You finna be going through. You finna be in here hot as a furnace, upset. And then now you got to raise this child by yourself. And then the man that you with, the man that impregnated you, is a bad example for the child, a bad role model. So now you got to co-parent with a child. You co-parenting with a grown child. So your child leave your house and then got to go lose all the steps that they gained. Everything you done taught go get undone when they go over there to that child lover daddy they got. Child come back home cussing at you. You like, what the world? Child come home holding their hand to the mouth like they smoking a blunt. You like, what the world? Child come home doing the little gun fingers at you. You like, what the world? Yeah. That's who you slept with. Like, what the world? Like, come on now. Get your ring. Get your ring first, now. Come on, y'all got to stop doing that. Get you a ring. Close your legs. Stop being a lover girl. Stop being a hopeless romantic. You need to be a hopeful romantic. And close your legs. Because listen, a lot of these men, and especially these down low men, or these bisexual men, they don't care about ski no. Because they want as many children out here that they could get. Because they got a perverted spirit in them. They operating under a demonic spirit. So they don't care if they have 20 kids. Like, look how Nick Cannon doing. It's like, bro, you ain't did nothing for the world. Like, we don't need to see 20 kids from you. I understand if you thought you were Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, something like that right there, and you thinking your kid finna become Nobel Peace Prize winner. But it's like, come on now, you having all these kids for what? Like, so they could grow up torn and don't know they daddy that well, and I just don't understand it. And then the women, y'all is crazy. It's like, go get a job. Like, go to therapy. Like, everybody don't need no job. Cause like Cardi B, she got money. I don't understand a woman who got money and then want to be one of many baby mamas. That I cannot wrap my head around that. That is insane. Y'all have got to do better. It is disgusting. This is sickening. And I'm a man. Like, you'll think I'll be out here like, yo, boy, that boy doing this thing. Boy, that boy got all these baby mamas. Boy, that boy a bad man. No, y'all is stupid. Y'all have got to do better as adults. Like, my goodness. Come on now. Like, what kind of example y'all setting for these young men and women out here? That's why they out here having kids at 13, 14, 15, 16, because that's all they see y'all doing is popping out kid. So they sitting there, they like, hey, well, shoot, let me get in the bed and knock boots with this WAP. Since Cardi B talking about this WAP, let me get this WAP out here and have me some kids. Like, y'all got to do better, because you're going to have to answer to God for that. And then the trauma and the pain, like the Bible talk about how we supposed to treat children. And Jesus tell us, like, if you do something wrong to these kids, you turn these kids from the faith, you messed over these kids, you be better off tying a brick around your neck and jumping into the middle of the ocean. Like, Jesus love the kids, so you got to understand, like, when you bringing these kids into the world and you don't have them a stable dad, like, it's different if the dad passed away and they can rest in the memory of their father or the legacy of their father because he passed away. But when they daddy is living and they could see that he is a trash pile, a trash sickle, That traumatized these kids. And you are partly responsible for that, especially if you done already did it before. And then you keep on doing it. You got to be more responsible. Like, it's not hard to tell a man to wrap it up. It's not hard. Tell the man to wrap it up and make sure you see it get put on before you let that go in you. So now you know. Now you know. I remember at the NBA, we used to have these talks. You know, I was one of the speakers. We had another speaker, and she would do a safe sex talk, and she had a condom, and she pulled a condom out, and she scratched it, and that condom scratched about, I don't know how many feet, 3-4 feet long, and she like, so for those of y'all talking about it's too little, look how far this thing stretched. I think they let her go though, because she had a part of the joke where she said, but if you bigger than that, then my room number is such. But she was talking to high schoolers. I don't think she really thought about it, and I don't think none of us thought about it. Everybody would laugh every time, but then I think later they start to think about it, and so they had all us ghetto speakers. They had us get up out of there and brought in the doctors. But think about that. It's like that man can put that thing on, and I'm gonna tell you why he don't want it on. Reason why he don't want it on is because it wraps it up, and it's like it being in a blanket. And our thing responds to that cool air. So when it come out, every time it come out, it get that cool air. It get that cool gust. And that gust of wind, and it help it, stay. And so when it's wrapped up, as soon as it's done, and it don't have no air stimulation, it's done. So that's why men don't like wearing it. But you can't worry about his ego and what he want. This about your life. And that's what you got to worry about. That's what you got to focus on. This about your life. So you got to understand that there. And once you understand that there, now you out here saved. You ain't out here getting dumped off in. So listen, if you already have kids, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, how many of you got? Be done. Be done until you meet your husband. When you meet your husband and you get married, wait you 1 or 2 years if you got the time. Now, if you older, I get it. But if you got the time, wait you a couple years. Like, see if can you get along with that man in marriage before you have kids from him. And I know you might be against birth control and all of that, but it's like, you eating processed food anyway. You spraying perfume on you, all them toxins. Like, you're washing yourself down there with that soap, all them toxins. It's like the clothes you're wearing is full of microplastics. Like, don't acting like birth control finna be the worst thing in the world, because I'm seeing millions of women own it and they doing just fine. But at least you ain't out here got to be popping Plan Bs every day and going to the clinic every month to get a procedure and messing yourself up. So it's like, choose the lesser of two evils and get you the best type of birth control it is out there. All these conspiracy theorists and all that. I know a lot of women that's on it and they doing just fine. Ain't nothing wrong with them. And it's like, then when you ready to have them kids, then okay, boom, come on off of it. Or just scrap up. You don't want to take no birth control? Scrap up. He might not want to because he's your husband, but if he love you and he understand that you directing your life and that you being strategic with your life and you being careful, then he will be okay with it. He'll scrap up because it's still saving you, so you don't have to be on birth control if you feel like that birth control gonna be affecting you and it's not healthy for you. So okay, then he got to scrap up, and he love you. He'll do it. Now some men will get mad enough to cheat on you or leave you, but now you know that he care more about himself, and he only care about himself and not you, and not your needs, not your wants, not your ask. And then what you got to realize and understand who he is. But y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. Because it's getting sad out here. It's terrible. Y'all out here moving wrong. Y'all out here moving terrible out here. Like, come on now. Come on now. You got to do better than that now. You out here, you got to be able to do something different now. You got to be, you out here, you got to be able to go on, you got to represent something different. Because popping out these kids from men you ain't married to, that's played out now. It ain't no excuse for it now. Because now you derailing your life. You derailing your dreams. Because a child is a full-time job. So you taking on a full-time job and already could barely take care of yourself. And now you adding somebody else to it. And you're already dealing with postpartum. Got to deal with postpartum. You could be going through a midlife crisis. You're going to have to go through perimenopause, menopause, all that. You might go through perimenopause while you raising your child. You see what I'm saying? So you got to realize, like, it's a lot you got going on. And these children, they need both sides sometimes. Not all the time. Sometimes somebody could get it together and do what they need to do or what have you. But it's like sometimes they need both sides. And so you got to recognize and realize. Recognize and realize. And come to the place of understanding where you really get to that place to where you see and know that you ready for a child. And stop bending over backwards for these men. Because as men, we know what you worth. We know what we supposed to bring to the table. We know who you are. We know what it takes. We know what it requires. So you got to require that. If you don't require that, we're not going to give that. You get what you demand, not what you worth. You get what you negotiate, not what you worth. So that's what you got to realize and understand. These men will take you for everything. So look at this situation right here. See, Stefan did just seen, and they said Cardi B had to pay $2 million or something, a tax bill for Offset so she could get a divorce, so she could finalize a divorce. And I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, now, if Stefan Diggs saw that, and that's true, for one, it's like, did she get pregnant from another man before she even got a divorce? If that's the case, you living so debaucherous. But think about this right here. When a man see that and he knows that 75% of his industry is broke within 2 years of being out of the NFL, he getting with her for future, because this the thing is, he knows that his look is without makeup and everything that a woman has. So he feel like he look better than her, and at her bare bones that she not on his looks level, and that's what he think, and so that's why he got with her, cause you see the other type of women he could get, and what they look like on the look scale. So, but Cardi B got more money than any of those women, so he knows if he could get her to play the fool, he'll never go broke. As long as she got money, he'll have money, because they'll do couples commercials, they'll do brand deals, they'll do couples content, and he know she gonna trick off. He know she gonna buy a house, she gonna buy him cars, she gonna buy him clothes, buy him jewelry. He know she is going to buy him. He know that. So with him knowing that, he gonna take and play on her. And he knows that she is far more connected and vertically integrated than he is. So he know he gonna be able to parlay all of her connections into business and money. Now, I express that to say the same play is being ran on y'all, because your boss is connected, or your brother is connected, your friend is connected, your family is connected, whatever it may be. So you get this man who he look better than you on the look scale, so he think, and so you think, you might not say it, and you have his baby. So now that you done had his baby, he is forever connected to you. And he know you want love. He know you don't want to be alone. He know you don't want your child father to be a bum. And he knows that you're going to put a good word in for him so he could get a job at your company, so he could get a job at this other company that you connected with, so he could connect with this guy that you know that's super connected, so he could connect with this family you know. Like, he's going to milk you and use you for your connections because you're his baby mom. And so now he know he get to come up, and that's why he put that baby in you. And didn't want to give you no ring, didn't want to marry you, didn't want to be faithful to you, didn't want to be all the way with you. And a lot of y'all is getting finessed like that. And you have to stop getting finessed. You hear me? I know it's finessed, y'all. Ooh, finesse. Don't know another word. I know what the word is. And so that's what you got to realize and understand. Now, y'all got to forgive me. I got to go. I done made it home. Link is in the description. On you, piece of the future channel revenue. Every month that I get paid, you get paid. Cardi B, if you watching this, buy all of it. Come buy the whole channel. Hey, but y'all get the lesson. Get the lesson. Make the changes. Know what you got to do. Stop getting played like a baser, like crackhead, and know who you are. Close your leg. Stop letting these men skeet off in you. Please, it is not worth it. It is too many baby mamas. If you already a baby mama, do not become another baby mama. Stop it, please. Like, do not go have another child from another man. You done already did that. We turned the mistake into a lesson, and the lesson into a blessing. Your child is a blessing, or your children are blessings. Do not keep on going and doing that over and over and over. The next man you getting ready to have a child with, you need to have a ring and be down the aisle, not a fiance. You need to be a wife before you think about pushing out another baby. And if you just want to have a baby to have a baby, then don't have no baby with a man you got a soul tie with. Just go down there to the clinic and just get you some sperm out the petri dish. It's better that way than to get a man you got a soul tie with that putting you through all kind of trauma and all that. Now you trauma dumping on the baby. Instead, just take control of your life. Take agency. Freeze your eggs. Then go down there and get you a little bit of that petri dish. Versus having a man you got soul ties, trauma, drama, anxiety, depression, fear, frustration. You got all that emotion with you, and you putting and dumping all that into that egg that baby finna come out of. Come on now. Y'all got to do better now. But hey, this Tony Gasson. God bless you. Keep your head up. We'll talk soon.